This morning we're going to be starting, and you all ain't going to miss the next couple of weeks, right? We're going to be starting a whole chapter. I've never done this before, but I feel impressed to do it. We're going to be starting a whole chapter. As you all know, I started out this year with saying we need to touch heaven in 2011. And we started off the first of the year that we must see Jesus in order to see heaven. And then that we've got to follow God in order to get to heaven. And this week I was praying and I was asking God, how do we get there? And He brought a song to my mind that I learned many, many years ago, and it says, "It's time we have church for a change." Now that can be taken two ways. It's time we have church that's ready for a change. And it's time we come to church to have church for a change. And God said, in order for my people to get to heaven or to touch heaven, they've got to be willing to change the direction in which they've been going in. And He brought me to a story in the book of Joshua. Now to kind of set the stage a little bit, the Israelite children had been in bondage and slavery in Egypt for many, many years. And God sent Moses down to deliver them out and to take them to the land of promise. The land of Abraham, the land of Isaac, and the land of Jacob. But you see, when they were in the wilderness, they hadn't followed the path that God wanted them to follow. And so God kept them in the wilderness for 40 years. They wandered around aimlessly in the wilderness and in the desert. And now Moses has passed away. All the older generation had passed away. And God had raised up Joshua. And He said, "Joshua, I want you to lead my children into the promised land." Joshua had gotten to a point where he was tired of the desert. He was tired of the frustration. He was tired of the hot winds blowing in his face. He was tired of the sand. He was tired of everything that there was. No life, no water, no nothing. He was ready to move forward into the promise that God had given. How many of us are